Good morning, all. U.S. Constitution protects all Lives Matter members, their families, friends, and all U.S. constitutional supporters. December is supposed to be a festive month. We have Hanukkah, we have Christmas celebrated throughout the world. And this case, unfortunately, we don't have a military veteran home who was illegally detained and still is being illegally detained and tortured, most likely by the KGB in Russia. What we do have home is what the Russians are saying, that Brittany, is a man. We don't know that for sure until we have a confirmation from the Russian authorities. But it seems that they did confirm that Brett is really a man. So Brittany was given over to the Russians, not legally, illegally. I'll give them that. She was a world superstar basketball player for the women's league, but to pay the price of a known terrorist who was working behind the scenes providing weapons of mass destruction to people against the United States is sad. When we have assets in custody in Russia that have been long there before Brittany, the world-renowned basketball player who captured the hearts of many people. As we know, the Democrats take care of their own. The next round of give-ups, what are they going to give up? Ramzi Youssef, the blind sheik, people behind blowing up the World Trade Center, and El Chapo. El Chapo, at least, is not a terrorist. At least is not deemed to be a terrorist. But, as you know, illegal intrusion happens. Information is illegally gained by the U.S. Department of Justice. And that's what we have. But there's a person in custody in the Middle East that was captured while in the process of buying little boys in the no man's land, a known area and haven for the sex crimes trade located between India and Pakistan. There's only one set of justice for them in this in Islamic world, and that's either beheading or hanging, whatever country you're in that applies that law. But as we know, in international cases, death by hanging is supported by the UN treaty laws, Articles 2 through 9. I would hate to see Mr. Whalen in custody for Christmas, but unfortunately, our democratic regime chooses to have him there to be tortured. They were more concerned about a basketball player being tortured than a U.S. military asset. That is sad. You know a U.S. military asset is being tortured by the KGB. What information can they take from a basketball player? How to roll a joint, how to dribble a ball, how to shoot a free throw, how to score an extra 3 points. That's all you can learn from her. But you can learn a lot of secrets in training and stuff. But thank God, Whalen went through SEER school, like I went through SEER school, and I was deployed overseas. And it's not easy to be overseas. It is you got to be alert to stay alive. In the Middle East, you don't know who's who, what's what. A 9-year-old child could be walking around with 2 pounds of C4 and a bunch of nails and ball bearings in bags and push a button, and everybody goes within a quarter-mile radius. This is what you're facing. Again, where is our administration's mindset? Again, why trade a terrorist, a high-profile man within the Russian regime, for a peon because of a newspaper article? No, it's because of the mindset. They protect their own. Governor Newsom in California, a Democrat, let hundreds of pedophiles go. It goes to show you the mindset of the Democratic regime. Vote these people out in 2024. Thank you, Joe Biden, for doing us a service, because if the election is fixed again, it would have to be fixed to vote a Democrat in office to the White House after this charade or shenanigans was pulled. Again, God bless Waylon, his family, and all those around him. May his holidays be as best as possible, and may his return home, which we definitely will be sure will be secured in 2024 when a Republican is back in the White House. God bless America, God bless the Constitution, and God bless all our active military members. Don't lose hope in America. Don't lose hope in America, because every veteran out there did not lose hope and will not lose hope in America. We the people, for the people, by the people. That is our motto. That is branded on the U.S. Constitution. First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom of religion. The Democrats chose their fate. They chose the path to protect pedophiles. They chose the path to undermine God's law, which it says, in God we trust. The reason why this country was founded, freedom of religion. And remember, two things happened in this country. Barack Obama started a movement and advised a movement, that was deemed a terrorist organization by the Department of Homeland Security. That was BLM and Antifa. Remember one thing. Those individual people were used as foot soldiers to bestow fear, intimidation on people who were against the Obama-Biden agenda. My family and friends were subject to that also after Obama got out of office, because his Secret Service detail went and visited my family, my neighbors, my friends, my older brother, my landlord, which is on videotape in Jersey City, meeting one of my family members at Ercolano's restaurant off of West Side Avenue in Jersey City. That's on videotape. That was noticed by a lot of people. How can you intimidate somebody because of U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter? Speaking the truth about UN treaty laws that could be applied in the United States, since we are a member of the UN. So again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless yous. If whoever don't log on in between now and Christmas, Merry Christmas, Buon Natale. And the last but not least, Christopher Columbus did not sell the blacks into slavery. Their own people sold them into slavery. It's a known fact, two of the biggest slave auctions in the world was located in Kingston, Jamaica, in the Northern Hemisphere, and in South Africa. So therefore, the British Crown is responsible for Jamaica during that era, not the United States citizen of America. Where do you come off with the white privilege issue? Where do you come off hacking off the heads of Christopher Columbus statues and defacing them? That's a hate crime. But then again, Black Lives Matter movement has committed several atrocities in America which were overlooked by the U.S. Department of Justice against not only Italian Americans, Jewish, they committed anti-Semitic acts, Asians, they attacked their women. So again, we have vast amounts of proof beyond a reasonable doubt that these individual organizations are perfectly classified. And remember one thing: you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Do not try to obtain recognition by acts of violence. Utilize the U.S. Constitution. Utilize every piece of information at your disposal to refute and dispute what Antifa and Black Lives Matter movement says. They already cast the first stone, or shall we say the first two stones. One, they proved they were a terrorist organization by attacking people. And two, they try to overthrow the government in the Midwest and the Northwest. They held, SeaTac area down. They attacked people in Oregon, Idaho. I mean, we have vast amounts of evidence. And the Italian American people were attacked. Houses of worship were attacked. So again, the DHS was totally within reason to make such classification. But acts of treason, which is automatically committed by people who are licensed members of the bar, which are officers of the court, automatically is triggered, and acts of sedition. Flag burning, firebombing law enforcement officials or their vehicles is an act that is perfect for terrorism. If an Italian American did that, the RICO statute would be applied immediately. And organized crime headings and press releases would be put out by the U.S. Department of Justice against the Italian Americans, how they are organized crime, which has been noticed in the past, because that's why the very reason RICO was implemented. Senator McLaughlin in the Senate minute stated, way we're going to break these Italians' backs is we got to enact this law. This law will break the Italians' back. If that's not a racially motivated statement, I don't know what is. But the most famous of all is the hanging of Sacco and Vanzetti. We have no reparation. The Italian American community didn't get no reparation for that. But INRI, Black Farmers Asset Litigation Act, in 2008 was settled by Barack Obama and Eric Holder for $1.25 billion. On that note, I'm going to leave you on this. God bless you again. God bless the U.S. Constitution. God bless America. And if you do anything, do not do acts of violence. Do it through the U.S. court system. Unfortunately, sometimes you do have people in there that are fixing cases. They fixed several cases of mine. 12 CR 550 in the Southern District of New York. 16 CV 7136, Southern District of New York, and several other cases. So we are appealing them. They're in the court system now. There's a FOIA complaint filed in D.C. Rizzoli versus the Executive Office U.S. Attorney et al. 22 CV 1597. So we're there. We're there. God bless you. Thank you, and have a beautiful day.